companies in the world, okay, listed too big to fail. They are almost 200 years old. And Transamerica is our parent company here in the US. They're based in San Francisco and they are 119 years old, right? So those are our parent company. And WFG is the umbrella that we fall under. We are licensed agents on our distribution platform. So our distribution platform is the one that's going out to the community and teaching and helping families with their personal finance, right? So our distribution platform, WFG, think of it like Amazon, right? You could go on Amazon and buy anything. Or think of it like Orbitz. You could go on Orbitz or Travelocity or Expedia and you could get everything related to travel, right? Or like Uber, right? Uber, car, taxi. So WFG is the financial distribution platform. I could help somebody who's just off the boat from Guyana, only making $100, and I could help them and navigate them on their way to financial building wealth. Or I could have a grandmother who has amassed wealth and, you know, she's probably going to die in a couple of years and she wants to make sure all of her assets, right, are not only protected, but it goes to the right people, God forbid, when that time comes. So we do everything personal finance from birth to burial. Now, why are we different from your financial planner, your tax advisor, your whatever other, you know, different aspects of finance? Because the license that we hold is a different license, right? That's the main thing. And we focus on education, right? Now, when you go to file your tax, there's no education. You just give them your tax information and they're going to file your taxes, right? When you go to open a bank account or open a savings account or an investment account, there's no education. They just going to take your information and open whatever account, right? So we're different in the sense that we lead with education first. And because we have the license, now we could implement those accounts and strategies. So these are just some core values. We believe in faith. You can already tell I open up with that song that I play like 5 times, right? God first work. Right? So we lead with faith. It's such a big deal because not every business that you work at or a job would even want you to like publicly talk about faith in God. Well, guess what? It's okay here, right? We believe in family at your job. Your job may not encourage having your nieces, your nephew, your auntie, your parents or cousin or whoever working with the same company. But here, you'll see, and as you've heard already, we encourage family to come on board. We encourage family to be part of this business that we're building, because in this business, you own your book of business, right? If I were to drop dead tonight, right, my entire business is owned by me, which means it will pass down to my legacy, right? So we have ownership here. You don't own your job. God forbid if you pass away, that job is not going to pass down to your kids, right? So there's a lot of differences. And here we believe in dreaming big. Sky is not the limit. I know they tell you that, but sky is not the limit, right? And then we believe in doing it right. We believe in integrity. We have a high level of leadership. We're being led by multi-millionaires, multi-billionaires. Our founder, I mean, God, you know, he's such an amazing person. And when it comes to leadership, we're really, really big and being in an environment where you're going to be developed, right? Your leadership is going to get better over time. And we believe in teamwork. When you win, I win. So it's in my best interest to help you win. And then tons of recognition. As you've seen tonight, we've called on 3 people because they're doing so many good things. And then, of course, getting licensed. So here's some challenges and why you want to, put yourself in a position to win the money game. 68% of Americans are not on track to retire. Maybe they're going to retire, but they really don't have enough money, right? They're not on track, right? And so we see this because they retire and then in a couple of years, they got to go back out to work, maybe for 2 days a week, right? And that is because has not been an understanding of how money works so that they could make their money work harder for them. Now, we're already working hard for the money, but I promise you, if we all knew what I'm about to share tonight, we all woulda, shoulda, coulda been better, right? 60% of Americans are going to get diagnosed with an illness, leading cause being financial stress. And we're not stressing because we have a lot of money, right? We're stressing because we don't have a lot of money, right? And so knowing how to build a strong financial foundation, that's going to protect you first. God forbid if you pass away prematurely, right? Your family is going to be protected. Your health is protected and your money is protected. Guys, there's so many people, right, that endure hardship because of a health crisis. Cancer, heart attack, stroke. Those three, cancer, heart attack, stroke. I'm sure everybody on this Zoom knows someone that has been affected with cancer, heart attack, and stroke. And how has it fared their family financially? Devastating. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, because the stats are there. We have a lot of doctors in our organization. We have a lot of RN. We have a lot of nurses. We have a lot of medical people in this business. And their number one reason for coming on board and doing this business is because they've seen firsthand the level of care and how your whole life could crumble when you have those illnesses. Everything you've worked for can literally be gone in under 2 years and you're still fighting the disease. Well, guess what? If you have a plan in place that can help you, God forbid you pass away prematurely, your family don't got to sell the house. Your family's not going to get kicked out of the house because you're no longer there to pay the mortgage. Right? My cousin passed away. She was fighting cancer for about 5 years. When she passed away, everything went down the drain. Like literally, I mean, she was not even paying mortgage for the 5 years to begin with. So when she passed, my little cousins, all under the age of 21, had to leave. They can't take over a mortgage. But guess what? When I found that out, I was like, wait a minute, didn't she had XYZ type of account? My cousin was like, no, what is that? Right? So for me, I'm like, everybody got to know this stuff. Not under my watch, this is going to keep happening to my community when I could share this information and tell you, this is what you need to put in place. You need to have this special type of account that God forbid you pass away prematurely. Yeah, we're going to cry, but there's also going to be some tears of joy in there, right? Because we get to keep all of your assets, right? Or maybe you get sick. Guess what? And the money is there to fight the disease. Because a lot of times you still have to go to work, or your husband or your spouse may have to take time off to take care of you. But if there's no money there, he's going to have to keep going to the job to get that paycheck to take care of you financially. And if sickness doesn't happen no time soon, and premature death doesn't happen no time soon, well, guess what? Your money is working for you. Your money is working harder for you. Whether you show up or not, your money is working for you. Can we say that where it is? Maybe we can. But is it guaranteed safe? You'll find out later, right? 64% are living paycheck to paycheck. There's an article that talks about people who are making $250,000. $250,000 are still living paycheck to paycheck. They're making good money, but bad money management. They're spending more than they're making. And when they are saving, where are they saving? Is their money working for them? Right? So what we believe in is, yes, financial education. So you're going to know how to put your money to work for you, but also you want to have multiple source of income. Put yourself in position to have multiple source of income. And I've experienced this. When I first came to America, I was working at different jobs at a hotel. And when I got fired, it hit me. Now, wait a minute, I ain't got nothing now. So right away, you know what? I remember I could teach. Why am I only subjecting myself to one job when I could teach on the side? And that's how I started teaching on the side part-time while I have my 9-to-5 corporate hotel job. I was teaching 2 nights a week in the evening at my college. We got to have multiple sources of income, right? And 84% of people said they want to work somewhere where it matters. A lot of us are just going to job to pay the bill. And that might be okay. But what if you're doing something that really is adding more purpose to your life? I love this business, right? To me, it's not even a job. I was born to do this, right? So, but guess what? Change is coming. We believe in financial education and teaching people how to manage your money. Because when you understand how money works, your money's going to go to work for you. And I have people that tell me, well, Odetta, I got a good job. I got a good pension. I got a good 401k. Well, you know what's the problem with all of that? Who's controlling those accounts? Is it all you? No. You're in partnership with the government. You're in partnership with your job. They're calling the shots, not you. If they want to stop that 401k, they could stop it. If they want to stop the match, they can stop it. If the company goes belly up and file bankruptcy, there goes your pension. It's happened before, right? If the government changes tax law, it's their thing. It's they're the controller of your money. If the union changes the law, it's they're calling the shots, right? So we want to change that narrative. You be in control. You be in the driver's seat. Put your future in your hands, not the government, not your job. Put it in your hands. How are we going to do that? 3 rules of money. When it comes to money, the wealthy knows this stuff. This is why the wealthy are getting richer. First rule to money is compound interest. We've all heard it before, but how does that play into your money? Well, compound interest says you take the number 72 divided by the rate of return, and that's going to tell you how many years your money is going to double. So if you're earning 4%, right? 4% divided by 72, that is 18 years. You have a newborn today and you put aside $10,000 earning 4% wherever. When your child turns 18, he's only going to have 20,000. And then another 18 years roll around, your child is 36, he's only going to have 40,000. That's at 4%. Most people are not even getting 4%. Right? So when they tell me that I'm good and they ask some questions, I already know you woulda, coulda, shoulda be better. You good, but you woulda, shoulda, coulda be better. Now let's go to the far right. Let's say you're getting 12% where you're investing or saving your money. 72 divided by 12 is now 6 years. A whole lot better than 18 years. So you got 10,000 today, you're newborn. You put aside that 10,000. Every 6 years, your money is doubling. So when your child is 36 years old, how would you like to have 640,000 versus if you had it earning 4%, you only got 40,000? Do we think a lot of people know this? Or furthermore, a lot of people know where to put their money to get 12%. Right? 12%. 12% exists. 8% exists, 4% exists. But where? Stick with me. You're going to find out, right? Second rule to money is, as your money is growing, you want to make sure you are protecting it. Protection. Because you see, a lot of us are going to grow the money, but is it protected? Is it protected? As you're growing it, you got to protect it. We don't know that part. They never teach you this in school, and they're not going to teach you this in school because I don't teach this at my university. They don't teach this stuff in school. So if you put your money in an account that's fixed, you're going to get a fixed rate. Your money is safe, but the interest is fixed. Everything is going up around you. Cost of living is going up around you. but your interest is fixed. So guess what? This is why you broke. This is why you broke. Everything else is going up around us. Cost of living is going up. Rice, flour, sugar, rent, mortgage, house price, everything is going up. But your money is fixed. Your money ain't keeping up. That's the bank for you. You got a lot of money in the bank, it is not keeping up. Right? Because everything else is going up, but your money ain't going up. And let me talk about susu, because I'm Guyanese and I know we love susu. That's even worse. The good thing about susu is that it's a good habit to save money. Good habit to save. I've never been part of a susu. Never ever did a susu. Because I'm diligent with saving. I love saving money. Why I gotta go drive or go meet up with somebody to keep my own money? No, I keep my own money. And because I know what I know where to put my money to get interest on my money. When you go give the susu lady your $100, $400, or $500, you ain't getting no interest. None. The only good thing about a susu is that it disciplines people to save money. Kudos. We love that. So take that same discipline and save for yourself and go get the interest. Go get the interest. Go get the interest, because in a susu, you ain't getting no interest. Right? Variable accounts, this is stock market. Stock markets. And now I have clients that say, well, Odetta, I could get more than 4%. Where? In the stock market, in crypto, in Bitcoin. Okay. So you're good. No, you're not. Because when it goes up, it also comes down. So with the stock market, you have growth. So your 401k, your 403b, your IRA, great. You love it when it go up. But when it goes down, you mad. You don't even want to look at your statement. You up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So how much you going to have when you're ready to retire? How much you going to have when your kid's ready to go to college? You don't know, because you don't know what the market is going to do when that time comes. So there's no safety. There's absolutely no guarantee of safety with money in the stock market. You could be rich today, but you don't know what's going to happen next week. You don't know how much you're going to have next week. You don't even know how much you're going to have next month. Because it's going up and down, up and down. And if you want to be a playground millionaire, which is a playground millionaire, is a guaranteed millionaire with no down. Only one way up. It ain't going to be in the variable account. Because variable is up and down. My granny always used to tell me, Odetta, eat little and live long. Eat little and live long. I'm okay with eating little and living long. I don't just want to eat the lobster, the steak and everything today, and I'm hungry tomorrow. I'll eat my chicken today and have food for tomorrow and food for next week and food for next month. Rather than eating big today, lobster and crab and all these things, and tomorrow I'm starving, right? Now, the third place that you could put your money is index account. 95% of America have no idea what this is. This is where the 5% is. This is where the wealthy people have their money. This is where the rich is getting richer. This is what they're doing for themselves and their kids. Index account that you can only get with an insurance company. And hold up, not every insurance company. You got to have it with the right company. And an index account is a hybrid account between the fixed and the variable. So you have safety on your money. Safety that you will never ever lose money when the market go down. For me, that's what caught my attention 8 years ago. Because I love saving money. And I don't want to go in one day and I have 100,000 and go in the next day and I'm down to 80,000. I hate losing money. So this is what attracted me. The fact that I could always grow my money and my money is safe. Game over. I was like, everybody needs to know about this thing because nobody knows it, because I don't even know it. And I'm a professor. So with an index account, now you have safety on your money and you have growth. Safety and growth. That's how you're going to control your future. Your money's growing, your money is safe. Your money's growing, your money's safe. You don't want to be One day you up, another day you down, one day you up. No, that's not how you're going to control your future. That's not how your future is going to be certain. I want to know when I'm 65, my money is up. Not hoping the market don't drop. Hoping I don't have to pay tax. Hope. No, we're not hoping. We are not hoping. Not in 2025. The data is out there, right? And then the third rule is taxes. And they got us here again. They got us good here again because nobody understands taxes. You put your money in any one of these accounts. Checking, savings, CD, stocks, mutual. Boy, those accounts are what you call tax now accounts. Those accounts are tax now accounts. What does that mean, Odetta? Well, when you get paid at your job, they take the tax out, right? Yes, they take tax out at your job. And then when you put your money in these accounts and the money grows in this account, you're going to pay tax again. Capital gain tax. So now you pay tax twice. You pay tax on your paycheck, which you have no control over. You put money in here. You made money in these accounts. Now you get taxed again. 2 times. It's okay. It is what it is. That's why we do these webinars every night. Tax later. They got all of us, including me. They got us so good that we thought it was the best thing to do because everybody doing it. These are the accounts that your JOB is giving you. A 401k, a 403b, 457 account, IRA, SEP IRA, annuity pension, and TSP. These accounts says, first of all, if you did not know, I'm going to tell you right now, your silent partner is the government. Your silent partner is the government. You ain't got the first or the last say. The government got the first and the last say. You ain't calling the shots with these accounts. So with these accounts, the government says, you know what? Don't pay tax now. Pay tax later. Don't pay tax on the seed when your money is little. Pay tax later on the harvest when your money gets bigger. Don't pay tax on the mango seed that you're going to go plant and get a big mango field. Don't pay tax now on the seed. Pay tax on the harvest. Why is that a problem? Is your money going to grow? Are you going to have a lot of mangoes? Do you want to pay tax on every mango that you're going to get out of this field? Or you want to pay tax on the seed? See, they're not going to tell you this. They're not going to tell you this. So the problem with these accounts is, although yes, we are saving. Yes, it's good that we're saving for the future. How much you get to keep? Think about that. You grow these accounts. You work for 30, 40, 50 years. You grow this money. Now you're 65, you're 70, you whatever age. How much you get to keep? Is taxes going to go up or down in the future? What do you guys think? Is taxes going to go up or down in the future? What do you guys think? Up or down? Put in the chat. Up or down? Up or down? When you guys are ready to retire, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, whatever, do you think taxes will go up or down? Let me see what you guys are saying here. What are you guys saying? Up or down? Well, guess what? That tells you right there we got a problem, honey. Right there, that tells you we got a problem. And we got to attack this problem head on. Because if your money is going to grow, if it's going to go up, let's say you started in your career, you were saving money, your $500, your $1,000, you save. Now you're 65, maybe you got $1 million, right? You got $1 million. That would be nice to have $1 million, but most people don't have $1 million, right? That's the first problem. It woulda, shoulda, coulda been more, but we don't have $1 million. That's the first problem. We should have had $1 million, but we don't have $1 million. That's the first problem. You woulda, shoulda, coulda be on track to have $1 million in retirement, but we don't have $1 million. We have less. That's the first problem. The second problem, let's say now we have $500,000, which again, $500,000, I'm overestimating, because if you Google, right, the average, can you guys mute your line, please? If you Google what's the average 401k that someone is retiring with, it's not even 500,000. It's not $500,000, right? It's the 2 and change. Okay, can you guys mute your lines, please? Please mute your line. Mute. I'm hearing some background noise. Just go ahead and please mute your line. Okay, let me do this. Usha, I'm gonna make you co-host. If you can watch the participant chat and just mute everyone's mic. Where's Usha? Okay, Usha, making you a co-host right now. Make a co-host and just mute. Okay, good. So let's stay on track. Okay, so where are we? Taxes, right? Okay, taxes, right? All these accounts, if taxes are going to go up, let's say you have $500,000. How much of that $500,000 you get to keep? How much of that $500,000 you get to keep? If taxes are going to go up, you're not the one that's going to decide how much you're going to pay in taxes. Your silent business partner, your silent partner of the government. Does that seem fair? Okay, I'm going to go back to my first book. If you in stack, can you drop in? Would you ever borrow money from anybody and you don't know how much interest you're going to pay? Would you ever borrow money from anybody and you don't know how much interest you're going to pay? Put in the chat, yes or no. Would you ever borrow money from anybody and you don't know how much interest you're going to pay? No, nobody would do that. But guess what? We're doing it with these accounts. Guys, we are doing it with these accounts. These accounts, we have no idea how much we're going to pay in taxes later. And we know it's going to go up. So, like, when you really understand what is going on here, like, everybody got scammed. But because everybody is doing it, we all think it's the right thing. Pick sense out of nonsense. Would you ever borrow money and you don't know how much interest you're going to pay on the money? That's what we're doing here with these accounts. We are stuffing money away in accounts that we have no idea how much we're going to pay in tax later, but we know taxes are going to go up later. How much you get to keep? How much you get to keep is what we should be asking ourselves. I don't know how much I'm going to get to keep. Whatever the government says, what I have to pay in tax, it is what it is. How are you in control of your future then? We got a lot of work to do. This is why we do these webinars every night. Right? Tax-free accounts. You tell me. You pay the tax today while your money is little today. So when your money grows bigger later, No tax. Tax-free accounts, you pay the tax today on your little money. So when your money grows bigger later, no tax. So you tell me, which is better? Tax-free, tax later, tax now. Tax-free, tax later, tax now. Put in the chat. You tell me which is better. We're not talking products. We're not talking company. I'm just straight up educating you. Tax-free, pay the tax now. Your money is little right now. You're saving your little, 500, 1,000, 2,000, 300. Pay the tax now on the little money. So later on, when you're ready to retire, what you see is what you got. No tax. You're still paying taxes, but you just got to know where to park your money to maximize legally the tax gain. People don't know this stuff. I didn't know this stuff. People don't know this stuff. Why is that important? Because you're going to put yourself to win the money game. You're going to put yourself in position to have more money. Tax-free money is better. All day, every day. Let me come off camera. Tax-free money. What do I always say? What's the word that I always say? Somebody tell me. What do I always say? What do I always say, guys? What do I always say? Tax-free money means what? Tax-free money means what?
More money.
More money. Tax-free money means more money. Most people don't even know this. Tax-free money means more money. Because if you got $1 million and that $1 million has to be taxed, you ain't got $1 million. If you got $1 million and that $1 million has to be taxed, you ain't got $1 million. But if you got $1 million and it was already taxed, you got $1 million, which means you got more money. Because the person who $1 million wasn't taxed, they have less. Pick up what I'm putting down. I love this business, right? So you're probably saying, well, okay, Odetta, get to the point. I want you to save your money. And I know you already saying, Odetta, I'm already saving. Where? Where are you saving? But I just don't only want you to save. There's a percentage I want you to save. I want you to save minimum 10%. Minimum 10% I want you to save. In this special account I'm going to show you. IUL, tax code 7702, where the wealthy, not poor people, where the wealthy are putting their money. IRS code 7702, it is a tax-free account. 6 per 60,000. Let's say you're making 60,000. 10% put aside. That's about $500 a month. $17 a day. Can we all save $500 a month? $17 a day? Can we? Let's see. Put aside 10% if you're making 60,000. $500 a day. In this special account. A tax-free account. IRS code 7702. An IUL, Index Universal Life account. For the next 30 years, earning 8%. You got almost 800,000 tax-free. Almost 800,000 tax-free. And what did I say about tax-free money? Tax-free money means more money, baby. Maybe you have 800,000, but is it tax free? Because if it's not tax free, you ain't got 800,000. And if it's an account sitting in your 401k, your IRA, your 403b, or the stock market, honey, boo boo, you better hope and pray. I open up that song, God First. You better hope and pray the stock market don't drop when the year you're ready to retire. You better hope and pray. And what if you're getting 10%? You got over $1 million. Just putting aside 10% of 60,000. 10%. Whatever your income is, 10%. I want you to put 10% in this IRS code 7702 account, a tax-free account. And you know why nobody knows about it? Because as long as you and I know, guess who's not making money off of us? As long as you and I don't know about these accounts, guess who is making money off of us? So why would they tell you? Why would they tell you? It's not in their best interest to tell you. Because as long as we know, they're not going to make money off of us. Simple. It's not what you earn that counts. It's how much you keep. Some people are making good money, but how much are they keeping? Right? How much are they keeping? This IRS code 7702 account, let's talk about it. There was an article that came out, Time Magazine. Why it's time to retire the 401k. By the way, how many of you have 401k? Put in the chat. If you have a 401k, a 403b, an IRA, put in the chat what you have. 401k, 457, 403b, TSP, put it in the chat because they all fall under the same jurisdiction. You got a 401k, it's the same thing. You got a 403b, it's the same thing. You got a 457, they're all the same thing. It just depends on if it's a private company or nonprofit. It's all operating in the same realm. Right? So this article, there was two articles, one written by Time Magazine, one written by Forbes Magazine. And it says a 401k is a tax code given by the IRS to tax you only on the harvest. You think they got our best interest? They don't want to tax the seed when the money is little. They want to tax the harvest when your money is big. Why do they want to tax the harvest when your money is big? Because it's more money for them. It's more money for them. You think they're stupid? No, we got duped. We got scammed. We got fooled. 401k model was actually implemented in the 1980s during the Reagan era. Big corporation to have a tax shelter by matching employees' 401k. This was for the big guys. This was for the big corporations to have a tax shelter. This was not for our employee retirement fund. It's a benefit to the big corporation for a tax shelter. Pick up what I'm putting down. This is not for you and me. We got robbed. We got scammed. We got duped because we're not educated on taxes. What Wall Street found out was that if you convince the middle class to put all their money in a 401k, the government will make a lot of money through taxes. And Wall Street will make a lot of money through charging fees for those investment accounts. So what about you and I? What are we getting? They getting something, but what are you and I getting? What are you and I getting? We think we good, right? Yeah, we good, but we could be better. But guess what? That account that I told you, IRS code 7702, IUL, this book, I wish I had written this book. Jake Thompson, the #1 bestseller. And if you want a copy of the PDF, send me a text. Somebody put my number in the chat. It is 973-842-7927. I repeat, 973-842-7927, right? You want a copy of this book, the PDF, 973-842-7927. Thank you, Usha. If you want a copy of this book, it's a light read, right? It's a very light read. You could finish it in 2 days. You'll be thanking us for opening your eyes. This book says money, wealth, life insurance. But you see, Black people, we think life insurance is for debt. Oh, you're going to learn something tonight. Because the wealthy, did I say poor? Did I say the middle class? No, the wealthy use life insurance. Different strategy, different folks, different knowledge. The wealthy use life insurance as a tax-free personal bank. As a tax-free personal bank to supercharge their savings. Isn't that what we want? Oh, it gets better. Keep watching. So when you and I put money in the bank, when you and I put money in the bank, guess where the bank is putting some of that money? When you and I put money in the bank, guess where the bank is putting some of their money? Pick up what I'm putting down. I love this business. To God be the glory, the person who recruited me. I was born for this business. Bank of America, 19 billion. How much people they planning on burying? Wells Fargo, 17 billion. How much people they trying to bury? You think they're buying this stuff to bury anybody? Guys, these numbers are not even the accurate numbers from when this book was written to today. Today, February 20. These numbers are higher. When this book was written, that was the number back then. The number today, as we speak, there's a website, usbanklocations.com. We'll show you what the numbers are as of today. They're higher, my friends. They are higher. So why is banks buying billions of dollars? Read right there. It is not insignificant that banks place billions of dollars in life insurance. It is a reflection of the value they place on this powerful asset. Me, you thinking it's just a little life insurance to bury granny? Hell to the no. Me, you thinking it's just a little policy to bury me when I dead? Hell to the no. For banks, it provides the ultimate in safety, stability, and growth. Isn't that what y'all want? I know that's what I want. I want safety on my money. I want stability on my money. And I want growth on my money. So when you and I put a little $500, $200, $1,000, whatever in the bank, guess where they're putting the money? So they could get the 12 and 13 and 14 and 15% and give you and I the crumbs, less than 1%. Keep coming to these webinars. You're going to thank the person that invited you. Most importantly, the FDIC allows this asset to be classified as Tier 1. Tier 1. What is Tier 1? It is considered the safest capital a bank can have. Tier 1 capital is considered to be one of the core measure of a bank financial strength. So guess what? You could be your own bank. But it gets better, guys. It's not only banks putting your money in life insurance. And not the type that you know. Not the type that you know. Look at companies. Companies also are putting money in life insurance. Walt Disney. Did y'all know how Walt Disney started? homework. Get this book. Text me, and I'm going to send you this book.
Total volunteers is high.
Text me, 973-842-7927, and I will gift you this book. Do we know how Walt Disney started? It's with life insurance money. You got Heinz ketchup in your house? Guess where Heinz put in the money? You got Pfizer medication in your house? Guess where Pfizer put in their money? You love drinking Starbucks? Guess where Starbucks put in their money? You got Avon deodorant or Avon products in your house? Guess where Avon put in their money? I just picked up my CVS medication. Guess where CVS put in their money? You buy some Nike sneakers for your grandkids and your kids. Guess where they put in their money? You got a Verizon cell phone. Guess where Verizon put in their money? So wait, man. If it's good for them, why it's not good for you and I? If this is good for them, why isn't it good for you and I? Why you and I don't know about this thing? Everybody else doing this thing. All the banks doing it. These big companies doing it. But they ain't trying to bury nobody. So something ain't adding up here. Something ain't making sense. Why they buying billions and they ain't burying nobody? Why? And me and you thinking life insurance is for bury somebody. Why? Pick sense out of nonsense. Why? I gotta come off camera. Please talk to me. Why are these people spending so much money, billions of dollars, in life insurance? Why are they buying billions in life insurance? Why? And you and I here thinking life insurance is just to bury somebody. When the book is telling you, the book cover is telling you. The book cover is telling you the wealthy are using life insurance. Why are they spending billions of dollars in life insurance? Is it to bury somebody? No, it's not to bury anybody. This 7702 account is a tax-free shelter. Is a tax-free haven. Is a risk-free account. You will never ever lose money. Your money is safe. Your money is growing. It has nothing to do with burial. They fool us. This is why we do these webinars every single day. To educate our people. Because our people don't know this stuff. We are clueless. We don't know this stuff. I'm going to show you how I set my clients up to be millionaires using this 7702 account. I'm going to show you. I'm going to bring it home. I'm going to show you why the wealthy why they are throwing a lot of money in these accounts. This is an illustration of an IUL. The child is 6 years old. Anybody on this Zoom, you got kids, you got grandkids, you got nieces, you got nephews, you got godkids, you got stepkids. Their future will be better than you and I. All my nieces and nephews, to God be the glory. I didn't come from a rich family, but a rich family is going to come from me. I didn't come from a rich family, but a rich family is going to come from me. All it takes is one person. All it takes is one person. Every family has that one person that thinks different, that want more, that's going to make the sacrifice, and eventually the rest will follow. But you got to be that one. And I am that one. I am that one. All my nieces and nephews, I don't have any kids, but all my nieces and nephews, they're going to come from a rich family. we have already put things in place to make sure that their future, just what they have at their age, they're already better than me when I was their age. To God be the glory. This is what this business could do for you and I. This is what this business could do for you and I. Some of us, it might be too late for us. But we got kids, we got grandkids, we got nieces, we got nephews. I ain't got no kids. But I make sure that my nieces and nephews, they're going to be okay, because I didn't come from a rich family. But a rich family is going to come from OdettaKing.com. And let me show you what I teach clients, how to set themselves up and their kids. Because you see, most people are going to think about college. I don't only talk about college. I show you how to set yourself up for life. 6 years old. This is the age. You guys can see the age. The second column is the age. A 6-year-old child. We really should be doing this from birth. So let me put y'all on to not a secret. The minute these kids are born, 2 weeks old, 2 weeks old, they got a social, they're healthy, you want to call us. 2 weeks old. The Jews are doing it. That's why they have more. 6 years old. We saving $5,000 a year. Somebody do the math. How much is $5,000 a year? We put $5,000 a year in this account. From day one, that $5,000 gives that child $270,000 in coverage. That is their net worth. That is their net worth. How many 6-year-old we know has a net worth for over $250,000? To God be the glory. That is the first sign they're already set up. That is the first sign their net worth is over $250,000. You put that $5,000 in the bank, what you got? You put that $5,000 in the bank, what do you have? You see how the wealthy is leveraging and using life insurance? You put $5,000 in the Susu lady hand, what you got? $5,000. Become your own bank. Yes, Sherry. Become your own bank. This is what we're teaching people to do, to become their own bank. My client just took out $18,000 out of her IUL. I said, you got to do a video for me, girl. You got to do a video for me and send it to me. Let me share this video all over social media. People need to know. She's like, Odetta, I get this money in 5 days. It was an easy process. No long story. No approval. If I had to call me job and get me 401k, it would have been a whole long paperwork. Plus, she under 59 and a half, so she would have had to pay a 10% penalty. I said, girl, you got to do a video for me. Tag me on Instagram. I'm going to repost that stuff. People need to know that you could use life insurance and become your own bank. Become your own bank. You ain't got to borrow the money from the bank and pay 8, 9, 10% and all those ridiculous stuff. Become your own bank. So watch this. This child is 6 years old. Fast forward to when the child is 22. They're ready for college, right? Age 22, premium outlay. This column here, premium outlay, $104,000. What is the cash? Somebody put in the chat, how much is in the cash? How much is in the cash? Become your own bank. Become your own bank. Become your own bank. So when this child is 22, let's say he has some student loan, he could take this money and pay off his student loan. Now, when you and I were 22, be honest with yourself. You ain't got to say it in the chat. You know, when you and I were 22, did we have $162,000? I didn't. I didn't even have $50,000. I didn't even have $10,000 when I was 22. And you still have, your net worth now is almost $500,000. Almost $500,000 is your net worth. But guess what? The reason why you want to do this for your kids, because you see, when you're ready to go to college, and let me come off camera. I got to talk to y'all. I'm preaching tonight. 95% of the students that sits in my classroom don't look like you and I. 95% of the students that sit in my university classroom don't look like you and I. We're not even going to university because we ain't got the money. Some people are opting to not go to college because they don't have the money. Their parents don't have the money, and they don't want to incur student loan. 95% of my university students do not look like you and I. So from day one, they're getting robbed because they're not going to get a proper education because they don't want to go down that road of falling into debt. So are we helping them? And the ones that do go to college, they come out with youth student loan. But you see, when you save the money in an IUL, IRS tax code 7702, the school don't look at this. And because the school is not looking at this, you open up yourself to get free money. But when you save the money in the bank, and when you save the money in a 529, that, my friend, you have to disclose. And if we see you got 10,000, you know what we're going to tell you? Use your 10,000. Use it up because you got money. Meanwhile, the 95% whose parents sit on the board, they get in the free money. So I ask again, what do they know that we don't know? What do they know that we don't know? That they're sitting up in my classroom getting free money and the parents sit on the board. What do they know that we don't know? And our kids are not going to college because they don't have the money. Pick up what I'm putting down. This is why we do these webinars. So now when this child is 22, because the money was sitting here, they could have gotten some free money from school. Because on paper, they broke. The papers that they're going to produce to the schools, they broke. But guess what? Their IUL is stacking. Their IUL is stacked up. Right? And now the child becomes an adult, they start working. Or let's say the child is super ambitious like me. I tell my parents all the time, if my parents had known about these accounts, guess what? This money could have been helping them with their retirement. This money could have been helping my mom with her little small change to do whatever she needs to do in her retirement. This money could have been helping my dad so he don't have to keep working unless he wants to work. But we didn't know this. Nobody took the time to sit with our family and educate them. This is why I go hard for my community. Because they did good, but it could have done better. Now, I want to show you guys. Now, let's say this child is 30 years old. They got almost $337,000. Almost $400,000. How many 30 years old do we know have anything like this? This is 30 years old. Let's continue. 50 years old. To God be the glory. You know what? I'm not even going to go to 50. I'm going to go to age 45. Look at age 45. Age 45. You have over $1 million. And I'm not talking about $1 million in your house. Because $1 million in your house is not $1 million. Your house might worth $1 million, but you don't have $1 million. Right? It's different. Your house might be worth $1 million, but you ain't got $1 million. Your business might worth $1 million, but you ain't got $1 million. Here, you got $1 million. This is your cash. This is your cash. And this is tax-free $1 million. Tax-free money means more money. Pick up what I'm putting down. Right? Now, let's say we're still working. Boom, 65. We're ready to retire. How much money we got for retirement? We put in 405. Oh my God, it more than triple. It more than quadruple. We save for all these years. From a 6-year-old. We map out this child's entire future. See, that's another thing we got to start thinking different. Most of us parents, we just save for college. We're doing things different now. We're not only just saving for college, we're setting these kids up future for life. Because guess who's the owner of this account? Because your child is 6 years old. Pick up what I'm putting down, honey. Your child is 6 years old. So guess who owns this account? You do, mommy. You do, daddy. You do, grandma. You own this account. So even though you do this for your child, it's your money. So if homeboy want to be wayward, if homeboy just want to smoke hookah and get himself into trouble, hey, you ain't got to give him this money. Or if homeboy is such a good kid, he went to college, he got his degree, he got a great job, he has a great career, and he does not need a lot of help financially. More money for you, mommy. Thank you, mommy, for setting me up. To God be the glory. You helped me with college. You helped me with a down payment for my house. You helped me to start my first business. But I'm doing good. Because I can tell you this without a shadow of a doubt. Out of all of my siblings, if my parents had done this for me, they would have been spending some of this money right now. They didn't have to give me all of this money. Because I'm doing well for myself. So this could have turned back and be some of their retirement money, which ultimately still is going to help me. Because if my parents are not doing good, I got to chip in. So they still would be helping me. Because if they had this account for me when I was little, and now I became an adult and I'm doing well, and they decide, you know what, Dad, you don't need a lot of help. You're doing good. I'm going to keep this IUL account money for me because it's my money anyway. Okay, mommy, you still help me. Because by them not coming to me for money in their old age, they still help me because I ain't got to foot the bill because they did this. So you do this for your kids, but it's also doing it for you, my friend. But my parents didn't know about these strategies, right? Most people don't know about this. This is why I go hard sharing this information. Because as long as we don't know, it continues. The cycle continues. Let's say your kids are doing good. Your kids are doing amazing. They got great career. They got great job. They still want to do this because this is more money. And guess what? When they're in their 70s, 80s, 90s, here's another thing that's going to happen. Old age. Old age creeping in. So you're going to need a nursing home. You're going to need a home health aid. And this is where your long-term care and living benefits is going to come in handy. You see, people are not thinking about these things. But we are. Because we're in this business. If I wasn't in this business, I wouldn't be thinking about this either. So you might be saying, well, Odetta, the government is going to take care of me. Really? You still hoping on the government to take care of you? No. In your old age, you dependent on the government to take care of you? Go to Kings County. Go to Kings County Hospital. Go to one of those nursing facilities that are government run and see how many people laying in their Pampers in filth, pressing the bell for the nurse to come to them, and the nurse are overwhelmed. And we have nurses on this Zoom right now. But for time's sake, We got to keep it pushing. So if you have a critical illness, heart attack, cancer, stroke, which I already mentioned are the three biggest, happening every couple of seconds. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Cancer, heart attack, and stroke. If these things happen, what do you have in place? Because you're going to lose your job because you can't go to work. So your disability is gone. Your savings is going to be ran through because we didn't save enough to begin with. So when you have this plan, IRS code 7702 account with living benefits, heart attack, cancer, stroke, we don't want it. Nobody wants these things. But because we know we're human being, we put things in place. It's better to have it and not need it. It's better to have it and not need it. I had a condo that had a swimming pool. Can I swim? No, but I still wanted a condo. I can't swim, but I still want it. It's better to have it than not need it. Yeah, I want all the amenities in the condo. Am I going to work out in the gym? No, but I still want the amenities. Am I going to swim? No, but I still want the amenities. Comes with a condo. Why not? We don't plan on having these things, but we're going to put things in place. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and then you can't get it because you're already diagnosed with an illness. Chronic, bathing, dressing, eating, toileting, constant and transferring to and fro the wheelchair. Guys, this is real. A lot of you see me posting my brother who is a double amputee. Double. Not one leg gone, two legs gone. Can't do prosthetic legs. It's too high up his stumps. When it first happened 7 years ago or 5 years ago, whatever it was, he needed help with everything here. He needed help with everything on this list. He needed help bathing. Because imagine you're a 30-something-year-old person, 37-year-old. You have your legs all your life. And now you have no legs. Like your mobility is like gone. Just dealing with the mental state of having no legs, half a body. Like just processing that mentally. And it still hasn't sunk in. He still doesn't accept his reality. He needed help with everything here. He needed help bathing. He needed help dressing. He needed help eating. Going to the toilet. Getting in and out of the bed. Moving around in a wheelchair. Yeah. Right? This is chronic for him. This is lifelong. Had he had this plan, it would have lightened the load a little financially. It is what it is. Terminal illness. The doctor say, hey, you're going to die in 12 months or less. Well, guess what? You got this plan. Up to 90% of your death benefit. You can clear out your stuff. So my cousin that passed away with cancer, had she had this plan, fighting cancer for 5 years, she would have taken some of that money, paid off her mortgage. Paid off her mortgage. So her 3 boy children could stay in that house with a family member. With a family member, because they were under 21. But they could have stayed in the house. They had to leave the house. They had to go live with family members. It didn't have to go down that way, guys. It didn't have to go that way. But we don't know what we don't know. Right? We don't know what we don't know. We got to change the narratives. So with this account, this child, this 6-year-old child, entire future is mapped out. When he's 22, we got money for college. When he is 30, we have money to start a business, down payment of a house, wedding, I don't know, whatever. Right? When he is 45, he's got $1 million. He ain't got to work until he's 60. could pick, choose, and refuse jobs if he ever gets fired. Right? How many of us, when we get fired, we stressed out? We stressed out when we get fired. We want to jump off the Brooklyn Bridge. No, when you have these accounts, you have options. You get fired, please, to hell with them. Let me go on a cruise. I got money. I'm going to take a year off. You got options. You ain't bent out of shape when you lose your job. And because you got this account, you're confident. The boss pisses you off, you can be like, you know what, I'm out of here. You confident. You got options. You ain't got to suck up to no job. How many of us got to suck up to the job because we need the paycheck? How many of us go into a job and we hate it, but we got to go because we need the paycheck? When you got this account, you got options, right? I spoke to a client today. He said, I wish I could go to Guyana and spend like 3 months and then come back. Why are you not going then? Why are you not going? Options. 45-year-old, $1 million. Tax free. We ain't got to wait until we're 65, but let's say we are waiting until 65. We ready to retire. We got $3.7 million. But how much did we put in? Premium outlay, less than $500,000. So you see, we saving money, but we not saving smart. We saving money. Some of us are saving money. Some of us have investment accounts. Yes, I get it, Odetta. I saving money. I good. But you woulda, shoulda, coulda be better. This is what I learned from doing this business. Yeah, we saving money. Yeah, we got Susu. Yeah, we got money in the bank. Yeah, we got money in the IRA. But you woulda, shoulda, coulda had more, and you could have leveraged that money and have more money. Tax-free, risk-free. Tax-free money means more money. Risk-free, you controlling your future. Because guess what? If you look here, this column, the numbers are going up. One direction, honey. One direction. We're not doing that up and down nonsense crap with the stock market. We're going one way. Up, 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 up. 623, 670, 720, 773, 829, 889, 952, 120, 192. We're going in one direction only, up. We are not doing that up and down, up and down, up and down. One time we got money, another time we lose, another time we lose, another time we got up, down. We're not playing that game, honey. This is why whatever Donald Trump is doing, I'm not stressing, honey. Okay? I am not worried. I'm worried about my money. My money is working for me, honey. Whatever laws he make, whoever he pisses off, if you want to fight war with another company, another country, Odetta King and all my clients, our IUL, we good. We real good. Nothing in affecting this stuff. The only thing can affect this stuff is how we fund this account. How we fund this account. So why would you, now you know better. Exactly. But it gets better. This 6-year-old, not only we map out his life, but this 6-year-old, we map out his kid's life. Follow me. Follow the money. Let's say this 6-year-old dies at the age of 100, right? Because we living longer. We living longer. Let's say this 6-year-old died at age 100. At age 100, what is the death benefit? What is the death benefit at age 100? Can you do this with money sitting in the bank? Can you do this with money sitting in a 401k, IRA, mutual fund? $26 million. To God be the glory. Generational wealth. Generational wealth. This 6-year-old is set, and his kids and grandkids is also set. And if you like me, you ain't got no kids, your nieces and nephew kids are also set by default. Putting your money in the right account for your money to work for you while you're alive. You get taken care of first, And when we go beyond, the next generation will be carrying your picture in their wallet. Your picture is going to be in their living room. They're going to be telling their kids, thank you, Granny Krishana. Thank you, Granny Erica. Thank you, Granny Carol. Thank you, Uncle Mickey. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Grandpa Ken. Thank you, Granny Debbie. Thank you, Grandma Vito. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because guess what? You didn't come from a rich family, but a rich family must come from you if you part of this business, if you part of this organization, if you learn this, if you put this into practice. Somebody will be thanking you long after you and I are gone. We're not going to be selfish. I opened up tonight with that call and song, God First. Now we know this, we put it into practice. So easier said than done. Not everybody's going to get approved for this type of account. Because with this type of account, you got to be legit legal. Let's just start there. You got to be legal. Secondly, you got to be healthy. So if you're like that, well, what's the catch? This thing is so good. There must be a catch. Let's talk about the catch. Not everybody on this Zoom is going to get approved. Not everybody on this Zoom is going to get the living benefits. Because you got to be healthy. If you're not healthy, you're not going to get it. Because it is a life insurance with living benefits first. All those other stuff is extras. You got to be healthy. You got to be healthy. You got to be legal. You got to be healthy. And lo and behold, please don't come with no federal criminal record situation. A client called me this week and said, Odetta, my brother's in the jail. Can I get this policy for him? Heck to the no. What you mean he's in jail? No, you're a criminal. Even if you're innocent, you're in jail. No, you cannot get it. This is why I tell people protect their kids while they're young and while they're healthy, right? While they're young and while they're healthy, because you and I don't know what we're going to grow up and do. What is going to fall by our wayside? We don't know. My nephews are driving now. Corey just got into an accident. To God be the glory, everything is fine, but we don't know. So you protect your kids when they're young, you protect them when they're healthy, and you protect yourself too. Because we're all susceptible to anything. So at our company, right, we do so many other things. I'm just showing you guys one of the ways that we help families. Just one of the ways. And we're constantly looking for people to teach this information with our community because we know they're not going to hear this. So you do need a license to start this business. You got to have a clean record. You come on board, you pay $125 to do your background check. You study the course material to get your license. And I'll be the first to tell you, even me as a professor, I failed 3 times. And the reason why I failed 3 times, because the first time around, I thought this was a easy peasy, I'm just going to run it through. So I didn't study. I thought it was going to be easy. Come on, I'm a professor. I ain't putting no extra time into this stuff. I just wing it. And I was like, what? I failed? Nah, this is not me. This is not me. Let me come back again. Let me get this thing right. I can't be failing this thing as a professor. What is this nonsense? Second time around, I put some energy into it. I study a little bit more. And I fail again. And I said, wait a minute. Something ain't right there, Odetta. You gotta study this thing like you're going for your PhD. You gotta put in the blood, sweat, and tears like you're going for a goddamn PhD. Because you study so hard for a PhD, and how much money you making in this business could make you more money, Odetta. You better settle down and put in the time, Odetta. Don't just think this is some 1, 2, 3 regular piece of paper. The same energy you put into get into becoming a professor, put that same energy into getting this license. And the third time around, I got it. I got it. And the extra pressure was on me because I had clients waiting on me. I had clients waiting for this account. I couldn't have given up when I told these people about this stuff and now I can't even give it to them. I had clients waiting, lined up on me for this account. My very good friend at the time was going through a terminal divorce. And she said, Odette, I want to put $80,000 in this account. I said, what? $80,000? Oh my God, that's a lot of money. Pressure. I studied. I said, no, I got to write this girl account. I can't give this account to somebody else to write. $80,000. She was my first biggest client, my friend. I help her. I help her mother. I help her daughter. This December that just finished, her daughter got her first baby. She got one child. And her one child just got her first child. They flew to New York for Christmas. And she said, Odetta, we're coming to your office. I said, okay, you're coming for a see the new baby. She said, no, we're coming for IUL for he. He got to get to IUL too. I forgot everything about getting the IUL for the little boy. I was so excited to see the little newborn. She said, no, we coming. They came to my office. We sat, we talked from one thing to the next. Homebody left my office. IUL. It's a blessing. Wealthy people or people who see this stuff and understand it, they don't think twice about it. All right? So when you come on board, you get your license and you help families. You start as a training associate. This is the entry level. You work your way up to becoming an associate. How you move up is by getting 3 clients and 3 members. The members could be somebody who just want to learn and get help with their finance, or it could be a business partner that's going to study and get their license. You just need 3 accounts, 3 members. Now you're an associate. You want to continue moving up? You could become a junior broker where now you have 2 licenses. You want to keep moving up like me? Now you're a senior broker where you have more than 10 licenses. And this business is all over the U.S. So even though I live in New York, I have clients in almost every state, every major state. California, Vegas, Georgia, Florida, D.C., all the major states. Have I ever gone to those states and sat with those people? No, I do it all on a Zoom from the comfort of my house. So right now, y'all don't know if I have on my PJ at the bottom and my suit at the top, right? Y'all don't know that, right? That's the beauty of working from home on Zoom. Party at the bottom, professional on top. No, I'm joking. I'm fully clothed with professional attire, right? So you can make good money here, guys. When you're an associate and you help a family save $500, or that might be 5 clients, 5 kids saving $100 a piece, you make $2,700. How long do you have to work at your job to make $2,700? Here, you could do this in 2 hours, 3 hours, $2,700. And if you're a marketing director, a client saving $500, or maybe 2 clients saving $250, $500, you make $3,720. And at my level, a client saving $500, I make $4,800. And I'm home. So when I first started this business, back then, like Usha said, we used to go to people's homes. It wasn't a Zoom era. The Zoom era came after COVID. And every time I go to somebody's house, I used to do this business in the evening and on the weekend. So my weekends was packed because most people are home on the weekend. I used to be in people's house in Brooklyn, midnight. Because sometimes we go to a client house for 9 o'clock. You know how West Indian is. They give you some food, the gift, one thing to the next. Everybody chill, relax. Next thing you know, you're spending 3 hours in somebody's house. And I would call my mom. Every time I leave a house, I would call my mom from the car. And I said, Mommy, I just made $2,000. Mommy, I just made $500. Mommy, I just made $1,000. My mom was like, Odetta, is this business legit? I hope you're robbing these people. I said, Mommy, I got a license. Why would I do that? You know, we don't do that. We're not people like that. She said, wow, well, if this is really true, you should have been doing this business since you come to America. You waste your time doing all them other jobs. Right? So guys, with that being said, we are currently expanding. We're always looking for people like ourselves to do this business, to help families, to educate families. And if you're like, okay, I don't want to do it, that's fine. You could become a member. You pay $125. You have lifetime access to our platform. You could come to all the events we have, all the webinars. We have a convention coming up in Newark, right? I'm going to show that video. And if you guys want to hear this again, if you're like, oh my God, this is good. I have some friends with kids, with nieces, with nephew, with godkids. This Saturday, right? We're doing this again. I'm going to be in Dallas at our convention, but some of my other business partners are going to be doing this presentation again. It's going to be Saturday, the 22nd. It's going to be at noon, right? And I'm a talker. They're not a talker, so they're going to be in and out in 40 minutes, right? But I got to get off. I got to give Nancy's story. I got to do all kind of things. But these people, they're in and out, right? They're going to do this in 40 minutes or under an hour because we do have a meeting at 1 o'clock. So it is going to have to be over. But I encourage you, take a picture of this slide and text us, right? Text me 973-842-7927. We're going to register you or send you the link to register, right? Or the person that invited you on tonight, text them and say, hey, I love everything that I heard. I want to hear it again. I want to invite somebody else to hear it too. And you guys could come on the Zoom this Friday, 12 p.m., right? Just text the person who invited you or put your number in the Zoom or send me a text. What am I saying? Send me a text on WhatsApp, right? And your message on WhatsApp could be whatever. Hey, this was great. I want to know more. I want to set up a one-on-one. I have some questions for you. Or, hey, I want to come back and listen to this again on Saturday. Or, hey, I have some friends I want to send this flyer to. Just text me on WhatsApp, 973-842-7927, right? Just text me. And also, those of you who live in the New York area, right? I'm going to pull up my website, odettaking.com/health and wealth. Right, so this is my website. We have, remember I told you guys we do a lot of stuff to educate our community, right? So you guys are on Thursday. We do these webinars every Thursday. You register tonight, so it's going to be the same link, right? So you could always come back on the same link. You don't even have to register again. You're going to get reminders to come back again next Thursday if you want to hear it again, or you could send the link to somebody so they can also come on and listen. Now, those of you that are in the New York area, Saturday, March the 1st, we are having an in-person, same thing that you learned tonight. We're going to have it in person at our office, which is 2174 Nostrand Avenue. It's in the heart of Flatbush Junction, right? But we're also going to have an estate planning attorney, right? Yvette is one of my very good friends, and she is an estate planning attorney. She's going to be talking about wills and trusts. So as we are helping you guys to build your wealth, she's going to talk about how to protect your wealth, right? So if anybody try to sue you or come after your money, they got zero to get. And then when we die, making sure that all of your assets go to the right people, because if you don't structure your wealth, the government, again, is going to decide who gets what once they take their first. They're going to take their shares first. They're going to take their shares first. So the ambulance that's taking you to the hospital bill, your taxes, the government is going to take their money first and then give the rest to whoever supposed to get. So this is another area where we see people are wealth is slipping through the crack. So Saturday, March the 1st, this is going to be at 3:30 at our Brooklyn office. You're going to register here on this link, right? I'm going to put the link in the Zoom chat, or like I said, when you text me or the person who invited you, they can register you for this in-person seminar with attorney Yvette, right? Also Saturday and Friday, April, right? We're having a convention, and this convention is going to be in Newark, New Jersey. You ain't got to do the business. If you just want to come here to learn more, to hear success stories, to see how we're helping people, or even for your own personal growth and self-development. Again, here's the link, right? So you can register, or again, speak to the person who invited you. Everybody, in my opinion, need to come. If you live in the New York area, you want to mark these dates and you want to come out, right? So again, thank you guys so very much for being on tonight. I hope you got value. I hope we open your eyes to different possibility. And again, with all due respect, we're all doing good, right? But we could be doing better. We could put our money in accounts that are going to do better for us and put you in control of what's happening with your money. So here is, let's start it. I want to close off with this video, which is our convention that we just had in Surge, California, and now we're going to have another one in New Jersey. So I'm going to close out with playing this video, but please connect with the person who invited you. Text me, let us know what's the next step. If you want to be a business partner, get your license, or you just want to be a member to get help with your finance, right? So that's the two routes. You want to do the business, or you want to be a client. You want to do the business, or you want to be a client. It's not that complicated. Or you want to set up a one-on-one so we could answer any questions you may have, right? Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.